Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host as always, LitecoinLeader. It's still bright in the morning, so we're going to do with a video on the shades on, but I wanted to talk to you about a particular story today coming from Mastercard. Now Mastercard, this goes in the category or evolve or die. So Mastercard, I'll link this story below, but then let me go over the key points of the story and then I'll give you my interpretation of it. So Mastercard is expanding its consulting services with crypto dedicated practices and 500 new hires this year. Now they're expanding from 500 people up to 2,500 people. That's a 25% net increase in people, and their focus is going to be 500 more employees in 2022, and they're going to target banks and merchants that need help in adopting crypto with loyalty programs, and also about getting into NFTs and getting revenue from those NFTs and partnerships like that, and also about creating a test platform from central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. So Mastercard has been allegedly in the crypto space since 2021. In July of 2021 they launched the Mastercard Start Path, which is a startup or an incubator for crypto development projects. So that's where Mintable came from, and that's also where Stacks came from. So Mastercard's involved in this. So where am I? All right, forget the notes. So where is Mastercard in this big scheme of things, and where does it matter? We are in two financial systems at once. There's the legacy financial system, and there is the new crypto system. Mastercard is walking the line between the two. Mastercard makes money from merchants that use their system, and they get paid on every transaction. That's how they make their money. So they don't want to lose that, clearly. So they have to adopt crypto as a form of payment, because their point of sale devices must support whatever payments they make, and then they want a percentage of it. Obviously that's not going to work for true crypto stuff, because we don't need to pay a processor. The transaction is also the settlement. So as soon as I send somebody Litecoin for a couple pennies, they have it, and then there's no chargebacks. You don't need a third party validation. It's called the blockchain. The blockchain does it for you. So Mastercard is trying to survive. They either evolve or they die. If Mastercard, Visa, Discover, all those credit card, all those payment systems, the only way that they work is by getting a portion of your money and a portion of the profits from every merchant and on part of the transaction. So the middlemen are scared. The banks, the Mastercards, the Visas, Discovers, American Express, whatever happened to them? Like, I think back 20, 30 years ago, probably, there were videos out there like, what's in your wallet, what cards are you in? I remember all the ads for American Express and Visa, and people got into adoption of those. Because I think 50 years ago they weren't prevalent, but now they're everywhere. So now crypto isn't prevalent, but soon it will be everywhere. So the legacy financial system is trying to figure out how to stay alive and viable as we move towards a new one. In the meantime, we're also working between two different financial systems, the legacy and the new one, where we still have to pay people with fiat dollars. We still have to use our Visa cards, Mastercards, and whatnot. But we also have to we also want to preserve our wealth and grow as much wealth as we can in the crypto space. So we're going to be walking this line between the two. So we are going to have to work with the legacy systems a little bit. So that's why we have like the Litecoin Card, the Crypto.com card, all those cards that basically they take your crypto and they move it through the Visa system to pay those merchants. So that's what those cards are doing, because the point of sale devices, let me explain how it works for a merchant. So a merchant's going to take a payment. They need a point of sale device. That's going to be how they take the money. It's like how you swipe your card, whatever. Like, you've seen probably hundreds of different flavors of these things. Those are all point of sale or POS systems. The POS system then talks to the Visa network or the bank and gets authorization from the card, and they're using that on some network that they are part of, and they pay that fee, and they get like your approval, and you say when you get to swipe your card and it says approved. That's what they're doing. That point of sale system is talking to the Visa network or the banking network, getting authorization that you have those funds, and they pay for it. So right now with the Crypto.com card, the Litecoin card, what they do is they do something similar. They talk to that network, but through a different card. So that their card works with the point of sale system and the Visa, Mastercard banking system that you can swipe. So they use the legacy systems of those structures with the crypto that's loaded on the card to act as like a debit. So that's how that works. So eventually point of sale systems are going to incorporate crypto, and they will, because think about it from a merchant standpoint. Would you want to pay American Express or Visa 2 or 3% of a transaction? That's why you see the price of gas is higher when you use a credit card versus if you pay cash or use a debit card, because they're paying that transaction fee. They're rolling that fee in. And the merchant, it's unavoidable to the merchant, because if you're going to use Visa, they have to pay that fee somehow. So they either pass it on to you, or they have to, suck it up and pay it themselves, which not many merchants want to do. So look for more merchants eventually over time, as crypto gets more prevalent, to adopt point of sale systems that include crypto. So you won't need a Litecoin card, or you won't need these other cards that use the legacy system to pay for your crypto. You'll be able to just walk up there, you can just scan your wallet or whatever you want, or whatever you might use, Strike or whatever that's the app of the day is to pay with crypto. But right now we're walking the fine line between the legacy, the Mastercard, Visa, the banking system, and the modern crypto system. So that's what, and some companies are looking to survive during the transition as long as they can. But Mastercard may have their days numbered. We'll have to see. I'm not sure why a crypto person would be joining Mastercard versus then working through another project. But that's the story for today. What are your thoughts about Mastercard? How long can they last? Are they doomed? Are they going to be able to survive going forward? I'd like to hear your comments. So leave a comment below, share, like, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out the channel. Really appreciate it. And of course, there's plenty other ways to interact with me as well. That's all in my description. There's my Patreon, there's CryptoConfidential. I'll link up here the Patreon as well. And that's basically, so the Patreon is for members. Well, I'll go into that in another video. I'll just link the video up there. So lots of ways to talk to me, lots of ways to get a hold of me. But that's the story for today. I'd like to hear your thoughts. So with all that said, I'm going to close the door on the bureau, say follow the leader, and I'll see you next time. Take care.